Hello, my dear children and parents. Welcome to Indus Valley Public School RAT e-learning classes. Task 8, where we will be doing lesson number 7 from your Honeydew book, and the name of the lesson is A Visit to Cambridge, written by Firdaus Kanga. Firdaus Kanga was born in the year 1960 in a westernized Parsi community. He was born with osteogenesis imperfect. Osteogenesis is a disease related to the bones. So a condition known as brittle cone disease. This disease gave him many painful fractures in his life as well as soul. He has authored Trying to Grow, means he has written Trying to Grow, a semi-autobiographical novel set in India, and a travel book Heaven on Wheel. So from Heaven on Wheel, he has taken a visit to Cambridge. Okay, about his experience in UK. His working Trying to Grow later became a film with name Sixth Happiness, for which Kanga played the role of a screenwriter and played the lead role of Brit, a boy born with brittle bones too. He was also presented a documentary titled Double the Trouble, twice the fun, a provocative documentary drama, and explored sexuality and disability. Kanga had been selected to be part of the Vintage Book of Indian Writing from 1947 to 1997. Okay, so now, my dear children, this lesson which we are going to study, that is A Visit to Cambridge, is a lesson that shows a person who could only move around with the help of a wheelchair, and he has accepted his disability. He doesn't fight it or get sad over this fact. In fact, he roamed all around over the world and showed normal people that he is no different than normal people. He also went to Cambridge, and there he met Mr. Stephen Hawking. The person who is paralyzed from head to toe. Mr. Stephens wrote a book too about people that they should not get worried about their condition and must think positively, and the people around them should support them. This lesson supports all the people out there who are disabled, and it stresses to the point that they should live their lives as normally as they could, just like other normal people spend their lives. This lesson motivates the disabled people, also the normal people. So here this lesson, there are some important points that help you out in understanding the lesson. So first point is that this is a story of meeting two extraordinary people, and both of them differently abled. That means they are disabled but they are talented. Okay. Now two persons are Stephen Hawking. So right hand side, he is Stephen Hawking, the greatest scientist, and second person, the Firdaus Kanga, a writer and journalist. So writer of this lesson, A Visit to Cambridge, that he has taken this lesson from Heaven on Wheels. And left hand side, it's a picture of Firdaus Kanga. Next, the interaction between them proved fruitful to the extent that it projected a real state of mind of such people. The psychological aspect has been written very well, describing the simple level of frustration. Strong sense of expression, such as eyes which can speak still, and they are saying something huge and urgent. A small thing understood through this chapter is the fact that one can never feel the pain and the agony which a person who is not as capable as other people does. Okay, so in this lesson we will be studying about the two people who are very famous, who are disabled, then also they have reached the height of life. They have reached the summit of their life. Okay. So now coming to the lesson, A Visit to Cambridge. Before you read, this is a story of a meeting between two extraordinary people, both of them disabled or differently abled, as we now say. Stephen Hawking is one of the greatest scientists of our time. He suffered from a form of paralysis that confines him to a wheelchair and allow him to speak only by punching button on a computer, which speaks for him in a machine-like voice. Firdaus Kanga is a writer and a journalist who lives and works in Mumbai. Kanga was born with brittle bones that tended to break easily when he was a child. Like Hawking, Kanga moves around in a wheelchair. The two great men exchange thoughts on what it means to live life in a wheelchair and on how the so-called normal people react to the disabled. Now, Cambridge was my metaphor for England. Metaphor means another name. So now here author is saying that Cambridge is my another name for England, and it was strange when I left it had become altogether something else because I had met Stephen Hawking there. So he is saying that my visit to Cambridge was really amazing, a memorable one. Why? Because I met a greatest scientist named Stephen Hawking. It was on the walking tour through Cambridge that the guide mentioned Stephen Hawking, poor man who is quite disabled now. So what happened when he was walking on the streets of Cambridge, so there his guide, whose guide? Author. So that's Firdaus' guide. He simply mentioned the name of Stephen Hawking and he told that person, Stephen Hawking, a poor man. Why? Because he was disabled, he was paralyzed. So see how the normal people are saying a person who is disabled. मतलब कैसे नॉर्मल इंसान जो होता है वो थोड़ा सा जो अपाहिज होता है, जो एबल्ड नहीं होता है, जो चल नहीं पाता, जो पैरालाइज हो जाता है, उसको कैसे देखते हैं? एक थोड़ा सा डिफरेंटली देखते हैं, पर पुअर आईसाइट हो जाती है उन लोगों की, पुअर थिंकिंग हो जाती है उसके लिए. ओके, सो सिमिलरली ही इज सेइंग Stephen Hawking is the greatest scientist. Even then, the normal people are considering him a poor people. Why? Because he is disabled. Though he is a worthy successor, Stephen Hawking, poor man who is quite disabled now, though he is a worthy successor to Isaac Newton, whose chair he sat at the university. So see what a big personality he is. Stephen Hawking is a big personality. Successor means one who comes later or here, जो आपका उत्तराधिकारी होता है. ठीक है, होता है ना कि एक के बाद इसका अधिकार हो जाएगा, उसका अधिकार हो जाएगा. So similarly, Stephen Hawking has taken the chair of Newton Ayton. He was Isaac Newton. He was the famous scientist. Okay, so being such a famous personality, even though the guide of Kanga Firdaus told him that he is a poor fellow, who? Stephen Hawking. And I started because I had quite forgotten that this most brilliant and completely paralyzed astrophysicist. Astrophysicist means a scholar of astrophysics, that is branch of physics dealing with star, planet, etc. So now as soon as I heard about Stephen Hawking, I forgot all other thing and I made my way to meet Stephen Hawking. The author of A Brief History of Time, one of the biggest bestseller ever lived here. So Stephen Hawking has written a book, A Brief History of Time, and this was a successful book. So when the walking tour was done, I rushed to a phone booth and almost tearing the cord so it could reach me out. phone Stephen Hawking's house. So tearing means pulling the wire. So what happened, as soon as I finished my walking on the pavement, I immediately rushed towards the phone booth and I rang the number of Stephen Hawking's. There was his assistant on the line and I told him I had come in a wheelchair from India. Perhaps he thought I had propelled myself all the way to write about my travels in Britain. I had to see Professor Hawking. Even 10 minutes would do. Half an hour, he said, from 3:30 to 4. So I just rang up. Stephen Hawking's assistant picked the call and then I told him that I came in a wheelchair to meet Mr. Hawkins, Professor Hawkins, and the assistant thought that I had traveled from India in a wheelchair. He thought in that way. Okay. Then I told him even 10 minutes will be okay. If you fix my meeting with Professor for 10 minutes, then I will be happy. Then the assistant replied, okay, your time will be for half an hour from 3:30 to 4. And suddenly I felt weak all over. So what happened? After hearing this thing, I felt weak. Why? Because it's a sudden happiness I got. होता नहीं है आप लोगों को अचानक से कोई खुशी मिलती है तो आपके हाथ पैर ढीले पड़े आते हैं एकदम से. The same thing happened with Firdous Kanga. Growing up disabled, you get fed up with the people asking you to be brave, as if you have a courage account on which you are too lazy to draw a check. So what happened, whenever people used to see a disabled person, then they used to say be brave and मतलब अपने आप की चाह मत छोड़िए, अपने संता ये बनाए रखिए, अपने आप को strong रखिए. People used to say this way, as if the disabled people are having the account of strong things. And strong मतलब कि आपके पास बहुत सारा पैसा है और आप चेक विड्रॉ करने के लिए, साइन करने के लिए मतलब बहुत लेजी फील कर रहे हो. अब वो disabled, obviously that person will be working in a very slow manner. He will not be as fast as a normal people. But other normal people will see them and say be strong. Obviously that people are trying themselves to be strong. Then also normal people will say them to be strong. Okay. The only thing that makes you stronger is seeing somebody like you achieving something huge. So now Firdous is saying that we can become strong only in a case if we see a person same disabled as us. मतलब मेरी तरह ही किसी और को डिसेबल देखें and that person is achieving something huge, then that person will give inspiration to me. He will motivate me. I will get motivated with that person. How can it possible? If a similar person like me, means if I am also disabled, that other person is also disabled, so and that disabled person is achieving something, so I will feel if he can do that particular thing, if he can achieve the summit of his life, then why can't I? So that person will become inspiration to me and I will be getting motivated from him, and this way I will become strong. Then you know how much is possible and you reach out further than you ever thought you could. Okay, so now when you get inspiration, when you get motivated, then you will do something more, the more that you have never expected to do. I haven't been brave, said the disembodied. Disembodied means without body, bodiless. Computer voice the next afternoon. I have had no choice. So now that fellow is saying, Stephens is saying that I haven't been brave and I do not have any other choice. I am simple person. Surely I wanted to say, living creatively with the reality of his disintegrated body. Disintegrated means wearing out, and creativity here refers to the writer. Okay, so now he is saying I wanted to say, so who is I here? Firdous Kanga. He wanted to say that being a writer, that disintegrated body was a choice. मतलब अब कुछ हो नहीं सकता. Whatever they are having, they have to work with that physical appearance. But I kept quiet because I felt guilty every time I spoke to him, forcing him to respond. So now Firdaus is saying that when he was saying something, I kept quiet because I felt guilty. Why? Because every time, whenever I ask something, he has to press the button on the computer and he has to respond. And it was very, you can say, a very difficult task for him to write anything on the computer. There he was tapping at the little switch in his hand, trying to find out the words on his computer with the only bit of movement left to him, his long pale finger. Every so often his eyes would shut in frustrated exhaustion, and sitting opposite him, I could feel his anguish, the mind buoyant with thoughts that came out in frozen phrase and sentences stiff as corpus. So buoyant means intensely active and vibrant. So now author is saying that he can feel his anguish with mental pain. Why? Because Stephen has to think and then he has to type the words in order to respond Firdaus can't. So Firdaus was feeling that pain that Stephen is having. Okay, so he is feeling little bit he can feel the anguish of Stephen Hawkins. Corpus means lifeless. You can frozen means lifeless body and corpus means dead bodies. A lot of people seem to think that disabled people are chronically unhappy. Chronically means all the time. I said, I know that's not true myself. Are you often laughing inside? So now what happened, generally people used to think, normal people used to think the people who are disabled, they are always unhappy. So now Firdaus is saying it is not true every time. And he asked to the normal people, are they laughing every time inside there if they are normal? Every people have their own situations, their own up and down. So it depends on them how they are dealing in their life. So my dear children, here I end with the lesson in the first part. In the second part, I'll continue with the other part of the story and we will complete the lesson. So go through the explanation. Any doubt, please to ask me. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.